So there's a report that came out that states that Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 2023, had to check the date for a second there, is apparently going to be some sort of DLC, but apparently it's not, according to Activision. There's a bunch of stuff we got to go through in this video, my friends. I haven't really been talking about the whole Modern Warfare 3 reveal. I don't know where I sit on the whole spectrum. There's a whole other side of this, but for now, let's just talk about this specifically. Quick reminder, we've been streaming a lot over on kick.com/JSkeleton. The bigger streams will always be multi-streamed here on YouTube as well, such as live Let's Plays or like new seasons for multiplayer games, but we do a lot of stuff in between all that, which is just streamed on Kick. We also do kind of live music performances as well. Not kind of, we actually do a lot of that, which is a lot of fun. If you don't know, I create my own music as well. I've been writing music for a long time. My first YouTube channel is actually a music channel, Josh L Music. So if you're into that, we kind of tie in the whole entertainment spectrum with gaming and music and different things like that, and Skelly shows up. If you don't know who Skelly is, there's a video on that. I'll try to remember to link it down in the description below. Anyways, definitely check that out. We've been trying to grow over there as well. Like I said, all the bigger stuff will always be multi-streamed on YouTube as well. All right, let's jump straight into this. So this is coming from InsideGaming.com, which is reporting that apparently, so I guess like it's like the coding or whatever. You know what? I'll throw it up on screen. We're gonna go through the details, and then when Activision actually had a response after that as well. So we're gonna check that as well. So let's throw it up on screen. Take a look what they have to say. They said basically that in collaboration with PlayStation Size on Twitter, Inside Gaming has been given a deep dive into the code of this year's Call of Duty title. Call of Duty has always faced criticism for being the same product every year, and whilst there's no denying it's a winning formula, which is kind of unfortunate because they've really got to shake things up, man. They're getting too comfortable. This year's title is slightly different from the rest. What's particularly interesting this year is that Modern Warfare 3 content will be coming via add-ons for Modern Warfare 2, which, by the way, if you know, we'll talk about this in a second. Let's just continue reading through this. In addition, it appears that beta codes for Modern Warfare 3 use the same concept ID as Modern Warfare 2, meaning that they're basically last year's game codes reissued. No, that does not mean that the codes you used last year for Modern Warfare 2 beta is going to work for Modern Warfare 3. That's not what it means, but it means it shares the same concept ID, which again is just basically reissuing the Modern Warfare 2 beta codes. The code also seems to suggest that Modern Warfare 2 will change to a Call of Duty hub, which will display Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, and Warzone in one menu. So they kind of go on talking about that, and they also said that, you know, if you've been keeping up with all the information about Modern Warfare 3, which we haven't really talked about up to this point, this year's title will have this kind of carry forward system where the likes of weapons, camos, and progression from last year's game are going to carry over to Modern Warfare 3, at least for a lot of the guns. So there's certain bundles you could buy, and it'll be marked on the bundles if it, you know, with the Modern Warfare 3 logo, if it's going to carry over. Those ones are going to carry over. Different things that you've progressed with, you know, certain guns. Let's say like the M4A1, for example. You progressed that so far. You got all the camos. Okay, well, you're going to have all the camos for that in Modern Warfare 3. Just for example, I mean, everything about this kind of sounds a little bit like kind of like a DLC, and I do want to talk a little bit more about this in a second. But one thing I do want to note is when they are talking about the whole kind of, you know, Call of Duty hub style thing, it is worth noting that Activision did talk about the fact that there's some kind of like, you know, Call of Duty HQ that they're going to be making, and that's kind of the whole idea there. Is that the reason why the game is listed as an add-on on Steam is because all Call of Duty games will be an add-on for the Call of Duty HQ app going forward to simplify COD into one launcher. So I guess I assume it's kind of like maybe like how Epic Games has all their games in the Epic launcher. I don't know. I'm not really 100% sure. It sounds a little bit more confusing than anything. But it is worth noting that all of these kind of, you know, tidbits kind of point to the fact that it is just kind of like a glorified DLC. And I don't usually say that with a lot of games, and I've never really said that with COD. A lot of people have said that with COD. I've kind of always, you know, strived away from you know, saying that personally, because I've always felt like, oh, okay, well, you know, there's enough here to kind of, you know, I get it. I don't know, man. Like, the one thing that threw me off is when they announced Modern Warfare 3 and when it started getting leaked, because the whole thing was that, all right, well, Modern Warfare 2 came out last year. What's going to be this year's game, right? And I'm almost positive. Everybody keeps saying that it was just a rumor and it was never official, but I was almost positive that it was official that they had said they were going to, not release a major game this year, and that it was going to be more kind of like maybe more of an add-on. And then for a while, the rumors were that it was going to be more of a DLC and an add-on to Modern Warfare 2, and then it dropped MW3, which ironically reissues the Modern Warfare 2 beta codes, for example, and has a bunch of code and whatever that is shared between the two. And so, in that sort of sense, so that kind of made it seem even more like, all right, maybe this is sort of like a DLC that they're like, all right, let's slap on Modern Warfare 3 title onto it. But at the same time, I mean, obviously they're gonna, from the campaign side of things, I don't know, man. I mean, because like I want to say like, well, the campaign, it's going to be a new campaign, but the campaigns in COD aren't that long to begin with. They're like 5 hours, and there's a lot of story based games that come out with DLC that are like 5 to 8 hours of story that's DLC. So I mean, that doesn't really justify it either. The real question is the difference with Modern Warfare 3's multiplayer and Modern Warfare 2's multiplayer. And I don't know, man. I'm telling you, man, if there's ever a time for you to say that this feels kind of like a little bit of a copy paste with some changes or like a glorified DLC, I think this might be the time. We'll have to see more as more gets announced and revealed, but the timing is just weird. It is worth noting that Sledgehammer Games apparently is one of the main developers on this game, which is kind of ironic in a sense, because if you look at, for example, Modern Warfare 3, the original, the second half of it was finished by Sledgehammer Games. And what's weird is the order of listing for developers. It goes Sledgehammer Games, Treyarch, and then Infinity Ward, which is like last in the list. And then there's, all the other smaller studios that take part in working on COD as well. So I don't know, man. You guys let me know in the comments below. What do you feel about this? Obviously, we haven't seen anything yet, so we should probably just wait and see how it looks and what's involved with this game. But first glance, first kind of, I guess vibe, it feels kind of like the direction of a glorified DLC that they're trying to cover up with, kind of business lingo that, sort of covers that idea. I will say one other thing. We got to throw this up on screen real quick. Charlie Intel reported the following, that Activision stated the following. They said, Activision has confirmed that Modern Warfare 3 is a full premium release and will be priced at $70. There is no upgrade price. It is not an expansion. And then they have the actual quote right there. Now, sure, fine. Yeah, great. They're calling it a full premium release, priced at $70. Of course, they're going to be doing that. Why wouldn't they do that? I mean, we've seen Activision's practices, right? Listen, from the business side of things, they really try to milk it. Okay, that's one thing that's undeniable. All right, love COD, hate COD, wherever you sit on the spectrum, you have to at least accept the fact that is true, right? They're not very in touch with the player base, which is another reason why I really hope the acquisition goes through sooner than later with Microsoft, because I think Phil Spencer will really shake things up and make it a little bit better, hopefully. But anyways, they're gonna say that. They're gonna say, it's like I said, business lingo. They're gonna say that, obviously. The question is, what does this game offer? We don't know yet. Unfortunately, we don't know yet. But right now, it's feeling a little iffy. We'll see as time progresses, as we get official reveals. We're gonna get, obviously the campaign officially revealed. We had a couple teaser trailers. In like 2 or 3 days, they're gonna be officially revealing the game. And again, assumingly that's going to be mostly the campaign, I would assume, and then followed by the multiplayer. Last thing to note, if you are trying to jump into the beta for Modern Warfare 3, beta weekend 1 is going to be on October 6th to October 10th. They're getting a little bit later and later with the betas, by the way. And then the beta weekend 2 is going to be October 12th to October 16th. The campaign full release is going to be November 2nd. So again, they're doing an early access for the campaign. And then the full release is going to be November 10th. And then Season 1 is going to be November 5th with a new Warzone map as well. So I don't know. Let me know how you feel about this. Let me know what you think. Are you even still playing Modern Warfare 2? How do you feel about Modern Warfare 2 to begin with? And how do you feel about Modern Warfare 3 so far from what you're hearing? Let me know in the comments below. I'll keep you guys up to date. We'll check out, how this kind of whole thing unravels, if you will. Hopefully it'll be solid. But again, so far, it's feeling a little bit iffy. But anyways, leave it at that. Again, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, leave a like, subscribe for more. Do variety gaming content. We talk about the games and the games here on the channel. Like I said, we do the bigger live streams, multi-streamed here and on Kick, and then a lot of kind of, you know, in between streams, just exclusively on Kick. So I hope to see you guys there. Hope to see you guys here. See you guys soon. Another one. Stay safe, stay well. It's a lot of seeing you guys, man. I don't mind. Hopefully you don't mind seeing me too much. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe, stay well. Until the next one. Game on. Catch you guys later.
Hey you! What are you doing? Join the Skeleton Army! Do it today! Don't wait till tomorrow because tomorrow might never come. The Earth is gonna fade, that's inevitable. The next second of your life's not even promised, so you better think about where you're going, and you might as well just join the Skeleton Army. Plus, we do kind of like you a little bit, so it'd be nice to see you around here. But if you don't want to, hey, your loss. See you later.